Okay, so B'Shem Hashem Nasem Neslech, we have here in the Kol Chatzot. Here I have the shmuz from Sefer Chidushei Lev, which by Rav Hana Chalibut Tzatzal. So this is on Parshat Re'eh, that pasuk says that you should basically the pasuk is talking about how there's a chiyuv that everybody should go to the Beit HaMikdash. And the pasuk says the reason is L'ma'an tilmad lirat Hashem Elokecha kol yomim, in order that you should learn to fear Hashem your God all of the days. Mm-hmm. So the Seforno explains the reason is L'ma'an tilmad lirat ki b'makom hanivchar leMikdash yeh beit din hagadol lahavin ulharot. He says, like, what's the reason that you're going to get yira when you go and you're older regel? Because he says by the Beit HaMikdash they have the Beit Din Hagadol, where the Havin ul Horot, where they basically sound like they go and they teach Torah. They have they teach to the Am. So that's the Sephora's prat why you get Yirat Hashem when you go to the older regel. Mm-hmm. So he has a question. He says Umezeh shekatav Sephora's mishum shisham nimsa Beit Din Hagadol. Right? He says because the Beit Din. Okay, but what about the Beit HaMikdash, right? He says, L'chora, I would have said that, he's for some reason he's pointing out the Beit Din Hagadol, but he's not saying the Beit HaMikdash. He says, I would have said the opposite, right? Because, first of all, how much are they can even learn from this, big Beit Din in Yerushalayim? It's like they already have Batei Dinim in their own cities where they're going to learn from. Okay, so they're going to come, a couple times a year. They're going to hear a certain amount of Torah from this Beit Din Hagadol, and they're also going to have every single week they're going to have their own Beit Din in their own city. So, like, the amount that this Beit Din Hagadol is adding is minimal. It's not going to be so much. Also, right, there's not going to be, so for most people, not going to be a difference if they hear Torah from their Beit Din or from London Yerushalayim. But when they come to the Beit HaMikdash, they see, like, wow, look at the yofi of it. It's, like, so beautiful. This is the house of Hashem. They see the Kohanim being mekdaktek and, like, doing the korbanot. And they see all the nisim that's going on in the Beit HaMikdash. And they see the smoke going up to the Shamayim. And, like, the Hallel and all the... all the Leviim doing, everybody doing the Avodah, all serving Hashem. The Shekhinah is there, like, and you're davening with, like, the whole nation there. That's like an unbelievable, like, experience. Like, nowadays people go to the Kotel and on Chol HaMoed they feel mushba from the Birchat Kohanim that they do. Okay, but that's like tipa min hayam from the real Beit HaMikdash, what was going on there. Mm. So I would have said, what gives a person Yirat Shamayim when they go to the Beit HaMikdash and they see all of, like, the grandeur and how everybody's serving Hashem b'yachad. They're saying, no, it's you go to the Beit Din Hagadol and you learn there. I mean, and for some reason that seems to be the ikar. So the question is, why is that true? I would have said it's the opposite. So he says, Al Korchach, you have to say that the Seforno holds that the ikar aliyah in Yirat Shamayim is bad derech halimud, comes through learning, lo derech riyah, and not just through when you see things. It comes from when you're learning the Torah Kedusha. It says, right, you could see all the nisim gluim that it's meshpi on a person, a lot during b'shat maaseh, but it doesn't last for so long. You go to the Beit HaMikdash and you're going to see all the nisim, all the niflot, but it's not going to last for a very long time, right? Because it already passed you. You're already, like, nitzpal from it, and fine, you're amazed, but that's it. And we find many times in Tanakh that people are mitorer when they see the nisim gluim, and they made many kabbalot, and then after a short amount of time, it's nitbatel, and they went back to their old ways. Masha'en kain, when it comes to limud Torah, that they're nichnas be'omek sichlo v'lubo shel adam. When a person learns Torah, it goes into the depths of his sechel and to the depths of his heart, and this hashpah lasts for a very long time. And l'chein hashpah ba milimud Torah, this hashpah that comes from learning Torah, even if it's just a tiny amount more in Havana, right? That this Beit Gadol they're gonna go. They have their shiurs every week in their own cities, so they're gonna go. 3 times a year. They're gonna hear this Beit Gadol. They give one shiur he's gonna hear there. I don't know. It might be things he already learned in his own Beit Din, but they're usually probably much bigger Talmidei Chachamim. So they're gonna have it's gonna be a bit deeper Havana. They can understand it more, and that's gonna make a big difference. That we have to make a whole big mitzvah. It's worth it. Everybody has to go to the Beit HaMikdash. Why? To the Beit Gadol. I'll give you your Shemaim. And that small difference of the Havan of Torah is going to make a big difference for them. So we can learn from this a couple of things. First of all, that let's say when it comes to Harbatza Torah, when you're going and you're teaching people Torah, right? It's not enough to go and say things that are inspiring, like things that are diburim rigshim or merim et halev, right? And you're not enough to saying inspiring things, right? You have to and be mashpia on them through learning, through limud, because that's really what's gonna go and stick with them. And you want to do kiruv, for example. He says it's better you should go and learn with them bi'iyun with Chumash and Rashi, and you go deep in with them, and it's gonna stick. And teach them the omek and the yofi in the Torah, right? Because just hashpah through derech limud is gonna really go into the depth of a person's heart. And also, the second thing we can learn from this seforno is that somebody who's a talmid who's learning Torah, right? Anybody who wants to learn, and mitkaven l'arbis Torah l'arbim, and in the future, he wants to go and be marbis Torah he wants to go spread Torah to the rabbim and do kiruv or whatever. He wants to be a rebbe, whatever he wants to do. We know that we saw that Hamon Am, they're going to learn better. They're going to learn more from the Beit Gadol and Yerushalayim, that which they learn from their own Batei Dinim. So, and the hatzlacha of their limud, right? Why do they learn better from the Beit Gadol? Because the malamdim, the teachers, the rabbanim, the Beit Gadol, they're holier men. They're on higher levels. So what comes out is that, right, and that makes a difference, because otherwise, if they're on the same, if they're teaching the same exact thing, they weren't a bit better, then it doesn't really make so much sense. Why is there any ma'ala of the Beit Gadol? It must be the better people. So we see from here also that if a person if you want to be a better melamed, you have to be on a higher madriga. And it makes a difference. We see every madriga that the melamed has makes such a big difference legabe the talmidim. Right. So the more a person could go and they become a bigger tzaddik and bigger, lamdan, bigger baliyun, bigger, midot tavot, every madriga could be, it makes such a big difference to the extent that Hashem will go and even make a mitzvah that everybody should go to Yerushalayim, because it's kedai to have, to learn under such great people, even for just a couple times a year. And it makes a big difference. So at the end of the day, we see from here that, limud Torah and the more omek you get in Torah makes such a big difference in regards to when it comes to you teaching other people, and also when it comes to yourself being affected, that the Torah is the ultimate thing that could affect a person and help them have Yirat Shamayim, and it stays with you for the longest amount of time.